Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to another session of our exam preparation series. So good to see you all here.
I know. Exams are just around the corner and the pressure is building up. But hey, tension nahi lene ka hai. Absolutely no stress, okay? Because your favorite tutor is here and we're going to make this chapter super simple for you.
But before we dive in, do me a small favor, will you? Just quickly hit that subscribe button. Share this with all your friends because sharing is caring, and drop a comment below to let me know you're here. Jello, let's get started.
Alright, so here's our game plan for today. First, we'll understand what flow control even is. Then we'll see how programs make choices using the if family. After that, it's all about repetition with loops. We'll also learn how to control these loops with break and continue. And finally, we'll wrap up with a very important Q&A in our exam corner. Ready?
Okay, first things first. What is this flow of control? Well, you can think of it as the brain of your program. It's the part that decides what to do and when to do it. It's the director of the movie.
The textbook definition is pretty simple. It's just the order in which a program executes its statements. You write the code, but the flow of control determines the path the computer will actually follow.
Now, usually, Python is very simple. It follows something called a sequence. Just imagine your school bus route. It has a fixed path, right? It goes from stop 1 to stop 2 to stop 3, straight from the start to the finish. That's exactly how a sequential program works, one line after the other.
But life isn't always a straight road, is it? Sometimes you have to make choices. And guess what? Our programs can make choices too. This is where the amazing if family comes in.
Look at this little guy. He's at a fork in the road. Should he go left or should he go right? This is exactly the kind of decision-making that we can teach our programs to do.
In programming, we call this selection. It's when the program chooses a path based on a certain condition being true or false. And for that, we have three main tools: the simple if, the if-else for two options, and the if-else for multiple options.
Now, take a look at this flowchart. It's a great example. The program wants to find the difference between two numbers, but it always wants a positive answer. So what does it do? It asks a question. Is number A bigger than number B? If the answer is yes, it does A minus B. If the answer is no, it does B minus A. Simple, right? That's a choice in action.
So what's the difference between a simple if and an if-else? Well, if is like this. If you have 100 rupees, go buy a pizza. But what if you don't? The plan ends there. If-else gives you a backup plan. If you have 100 rupees, buy a pizza. Else, buy a vada pav. See, it covers both possibilities. Pizza or vada pav. You're not going hungry.
All right, let's move on to something we all do: repetition. You know, when you are scrolling through Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts, one video, then the next, you just keep swiping. That, my friends, is basically a loop, doing something over and over again.
Nature has loops too. Look at the life cycle of a butterfly. It goes from egg to caterpillar to chrysalis to butterfly, and then the butterfly lays eggs, and the cycle starts all over again. It's a beautiful, natural loop.
In Python, we have two main kinds of loops, the for loop and the while loop. So when do you use which one? Simple. You use a for loop when you know exactly how many times you want to repeat something. Like in a 5-over cricket match, you know the bowler has to bowl 30 balls. But you use a while loop when you don't know how many times you need to repeat. You just know the condition to stop. Like playing a video game. You keep playing while you haven't won yet.
Now, for for loops, there's a super helpful function called range. It just gives you a sequence of numbers to loop over. But remember, one very important thing, the range function always stops before the stop number. So if you say range 1, 5, it will give you 1, 2, 3, and 4. It will not include 5. Don't forget this.
Okay, so you have your loops running. But what if you want to be the boss? What if you want more control? Well, you have two special power-ups for that: break and continue.
So, what do? Break is like the emergency stop button. Imagine you're playing a game, and suddenly your mom calls you for dinner. Game over, right? You have to stop immediately. That's break. It kills the loop completely. Continue, on the other hand, is more polite. It's like skipping an ad on YouTube. You don't stop watching videos, you just skip that one ad and continue to the next video.
This picture makes it perfectly clear. Break is like hitting that big red stop button. The music stops. End of story.
Continue is just like hitting the skip button. The playlist keeps going, you just jump to the next song. Got it?
And it's time for the most important part, the exam corner. Let's do a quick fire round to make sure you are absolutely ready for your exams.
Here's the question, and trust me, this is a favorite for the examiners. What is the difference between the break and continue statements in Python? Think about it. Think about mom calling for dinner and skipping a YouTube ad.
Here's how you should write the answer. The break statement terminates the loop immediately. The program just jumps out. The continue statement, however, only skips the current round or iteration and jumps to the top of the loop to start the next one. And for that final touch, add the analogy, break is like leaving the game completely, while continue is just skipping your turn. Ready? The break statement terminates the loop immediately. The program just jumps out. The continue statement, however, only skips the current round or iteration and jumps to the top of the loop to start the next one. And for that final touch, add the analogy. Break is like leaving the game completely, while continue is just skipping your turn.
Phew! Okay, let's do a super fast summary. Flow of control is the program's path. Sequence means it goes one by one. Selection is for making choices using if, elif, else. Repetition is for doing things again and again with for and while loops. And loop control gives you the power to break out of a loop or continue to the next round. Easy peasy.
And that is it. You are all superstars for making it through this chapter. See, it wasn't that hard at all. Now, you tell me, what chapter do you want me to simplify next? Let me know in the comments below. Keep studying hard, you're gonna do great. All the best!